Hello everybody, I am Frank. Let's talk about High Park today. In past and present, if you lived in Toronto, it must have been High Park. It is the cherry blossom rain in spring. It's a summer amphitheater. It is also the richest maple red in autumn. But have you ever considered, beneath these beautiful scenery, how many secrets are hidden that you never knew? On 400 acres of land, there have been deals that changed Toronto's fortunes. It remembered the sound of Victorian carriages. There are even legends about ghosts and curses. Today, I will take you back to that manor age in the wilderness. The story begins 7,000 years ago, long before European immigrants set foot on this land. Indigenous and already living here. You may have seen these in the park. Giant black oak tree. They are extremely rare. Oak savanna ecosystem. This landscape has survived for thousands of years. It's no accident. It's because indigenous people have long insisted on controlled burning. They use fire to clear the weeds. Let the black oak of wealth thrive. When you walk under these ancient trees, you are actually natural heritage spanning thousands of years. Until 1787, this land was purchased through Toronto. Officially changed hands. John Howard with his wife in 1832. Jemima immigrated to Canada from the UK. At that time, John accepted a place at the Canadian Academy, drawing teacher position, and worked there for 23 years. At the same time, he became Toronto's first professional architect. He was also one of the first official surveyors. He planned the harbor of Toronto, waterfront areas and islands, and he designed the first sewers in Toronto. Bridges, roads, and sidewalks. John Howard worked for 20 years, often exhausted. Jemima is here. She played a key role in John's successful career. She was responsible for preparing the planning documents for all projects, in addition to the professional works he left behind. John's amateur watercolor painting. It also provides us with the 19th century, the value of living in Toronto. Record. Jemima is also an amateur painter. Her works mainly focused on romantic themes. 1836. Their couple planning to run a sheep farm. For about £1 an acre. Purchased 165 acres of rural land. This piece of land is rectangular, from the Lakeshore Road at that time, extending north to Bloor Street. In 1837, Howard was at the southern tip of the park. He personally designed and built his house on the hillside. He named it Colborne Lodge. It was for his patron, Upper Canada Deputy Governor-General, paying tribute to Sir John Colborne. It was the latter launched his professional career. Colborne Lodge is rare in North America. Regency-style architectural structure. The house originally had only 3 rooms. It has been expanding since then. It was not until 1855 that it was increased to 22 rooms. To reach its current size, it has a spacious balcony, access to gardens and parks. The main entrance is located on the west side of the building. In the center of the building stands a tall 3-stage chimneys, heating the house. Equipped with an indoor flush toilet and rooftop water collection system, advanced facilities, although it has been expanded, but it was always about the original idea. Romantic fusion valley with rural landscape, especially the porch. It not only provides outdoor living space, still shading the main hall in summer, interior decoration. It retains the style of the mid-19th century. This architectural style is more common in the UK. It is often used in buildings in the natural environment, designed to complement the natural environment. It's not overwhelming. Howard isn't housing built on high ground overlooking Lake Ontario. Place it in various vegetation to enhance its romantic atmosphere. In addition, the lake view may have made John and Jemima Howard was reminded of the early 19th century UK's high-lying beach houses in housing location. Due to the high altitude of this land, you can overlook York Bay views and the Lake of Ontario. He named it High Park. Shortly thereafter, Howard bought another large plot of land in the east, started working in real estate development, and planning streets and plots for sale. He will develop the area. The main north-south street is named Indian Road, because this road stretching along an ancient Indian trail. Due to the distance from the city, it is not viewed favorably, so they sell very little. This is an 1883 real estate ad. Advertise real estate and introduce the health benefits of high parks. During those years, the High Park is the private paradise of Howard couple. They love gardening. Orchards were planted around the house. In vast gardens, the couple often take walks here. By horse-drawn carriage, tours. John also likes hunting. They're still working on the southeast side of Grenadier Pond. A small houseboat was built on the shore of the cove. This pond also belongs to their property. Howard couple. Sailing in the pond with friends. Fishing and skating in the pond in winter. Collect ice cubes. In the 1850s, the arrival of railways and modern industrialization led to before the waterfront is gradually filled. The Parliament building overlooks York Bay. Early 1850s, the city of Toronto wants to beautify the waterfront and provide residents with more convenient access to waterfront. One, along the whole, the 100-foot wide, the esplanade that extends along the lakeside. The starting point is on Spadina Avenue. The destination is Parliament Street. Toronto was in a crazy expansion period at the time. Officials from the Grand Trunk Railway Company were informed. The esplanade and programs forcing the city government allowed them to use the road. January 21st, 1856. The city of Toronto agrees. Grand Trunk Railroad Company occupies this 100-foot wide, 40-foot wide strip of land in the middle of the continent. Is that so? Railroad tycoons pursue profit maximization. Easy, and laid the railway track directly in waterfront area. Originally reserved for citizens. Waterfront lawns were replaced by freight yards and coal piles. The area where the operation is opened on the esplanade. Train traffic is growing faster than expected. By the spring of 1860, the Grand Railway Company. The line covers more of esplanade. Pedestrian, and the space for carriages was compressed. 1980 South. To increase traffic capacity, the railroad company is considering a move to Esplanade. Keep adding tracks. Also, due to the expansion, the inconvenience reached the top. Although in the plan they proposed, considered, but actually, these programs, one of the main methods of solving safety issues. Pedestrian together. Although the train speed limit on the Esplanade is 6 kilometers per hour. However, the number of injuries and fatalities caused by train traffic is increasing. May 24th of the same year, the danger of the existing railway corridor along the Esplanade has reached its peak. The engineer of the steamship, Marines, James Fraser, killed in collision with train at Bay Street intersection. The incident was widely reported by the media. It caused quite a stir at the time. This shows that, at that time, city planners are facing tremendous pressure. The price of progress has been to disconnect people from water. Toronto became the only place facing the lake. A city without access to a lake. In these reports, there is a story about saving oak trees, written by Ernest Hemingway under a pseudonym. Published in the Toronto Star in Before becoming a famous novelist, Ernest Hemingway. In the Toronto Daily Star. A group of unsung journalists working together. That autumn, he went by the pseudonym Peter Jackson. It is said to be to make some extra money. Wrote a report. Tell the story at the beginning. A famous disease that in High Park, and point the thatch at the fungus at the same time. Also specifically points to smoke in a congested city. This shows that in Toronto, the story never changes. Only the signature changed. When the Southern Railway, while blocking the city with railroad tracks, Howard's up in the hills to the north, reserved a breathable area for the city. Forest. Every window he designed. All for a direct view of the lake. This is the Lake View Room 180 years ago. It highlights the tranquility and waterfront. Noisy steel expansion forms a stark pair. During this time, John and Jemima, living intermittently in Coburn Lodge and their home in the city. After John retired in 1855, they just moved to Colborne permanently. In addition, in the 19th century, medical diseases. The reason for the curiosity of extramarital affairs and haunted rumors also makes Colborne Lodge story is even more intriguing. Here we must first explain the year 1873. Howard couple in their later years. The couple made a complete shock. Entire city's decision. They're going to take the 165 acres of private property, donate to the citizens of Toronto. Contract. The Howard's generous donation. Come with some conditions. The park must remain in its natural state. It must be freely available to all citizens. Benefit and enjoy. Alcohol is prohibited in the park. The name must be reserved High Park. John and Jemima will receive $1,200 a year. Live in High Park. Colborne Lodge is a 45-acre piece, private land. After one of them passed away, another person will receive a pension of $1,200 per year. Toronto city governments the Howard family cemetery must be maintained forever. The original reason for making this decision, you get the idea. John and Jemima don't have a common child. And John too, his longtime mistress, Mary Williams, had 3 children. It was not uncommon to have a mistress at that time, but it's usually kept secret. However, in such a small town, they want Jemima not to know about this. It's just not possible. One of them was Kobe Bryant, once claimed to be illegitimate child, a man from the Howard family. According to the agreement with the municipal government, Mr. and Mrs. Howard live in High Park. Colborne Lodge spent the rest of their life. The last period of life, Jemima is suffering from illness. It is said that due to the unbearable pain, Jemima cannot support herself. For security reasons, John put her in the guest room. Installed a door without an inner handle. We put bars on the windows and hired 2 live-in nurses. Jemima finally died of cancer in 1877. John seemed genuinely concerned about her passing. Feel grief. John died in Colborne Lodge in 1890. It's 13 years behind Jemima. John and Jemima were buried in Colborne. Near the manor, the stele weighs 10 tons, designed by John himself. The boulders at the base of the tombstone both prevent grave robbing. Stone mounds symbolizing Scotland, to commemorate the Scottish ancestry of the festival code. At the top of the monument, the marble Maltese was brought from Vermont. This Masonic symbol. The Freemasons who represented John's identity. The fence on the front of the tombstone dates back to the 18th century. He was around St. Paul's Church in London, England. Part of the cemetery fence, designed by Sir Christopher Wren. After St. Paul's Church abandoned it, John immediately asked relatives in the UK to buy it. The ship transporting the fence from London back to Toronto. Sudden storm. It sank in the St. Lawrence River. Howard, 2 years after the shipwreck, persistently hired divers to go to the bottom of the sea to salvage. Only part of it was picked up. Just built the fence on the front side. Many years later, some people still believe in the ghost of Jemima. Haunt this house. Refuse to leave. In 1969, a park patrolman, the officer saw a window in the bedroom on the 2nd floor. Shadow shaking. Hurry up to check. But found nothing. Some people were visiting Colborne Lodge. It's said to sting and upset. Or, out of the corner of your eye. I don't know if there are ghosts. John George Howard painted the 1870s High Park map. Later, City of Toronto in 1876 and 1930. Purchased more land. Expand the park to the current 399 acres. Every Toronto kid has heard this story. The winter in 1813. A team of British-made soldiers took a shortcut and stepped onto this frozen lake, fully armed. The ice layer suddenly broke apart. The heavy uniforms and equipment became their shackles. The whole team fell to the bottom of the lake. Legend has it that on a quite winter nights, you can still hear the dull beating of boots came from under the ice. Is this how the name Grenadier Pond came about? For this statement, historians are not convinced. According to the Toronto Archives, the Battle of York in April 1813 took place in the spring. The ice layer had already melted. Moreover, there are no records of mass drownings in the Official casualty list. So, what's the truth? Let's restore this history. The Battle of York took place further east than Hyde Park. All casualties were no one fell in the lake. Actually, the name may have originated from Victoria, the romance of the times, because the soldiers in the Toronto garrison at that time often active by the pond, whether it's drills or leisure. It also includes the officer who came to fish with the invitation of the Howard family. It was Saturday, April 17, 1880, an advertisement in the Globe. At that time, the Grenadier Pond belonged to the Chapman family. They've begun harvesting ice since 1881. In the days without refrigerator, the Grenadier Pond is a natural refrigerator in Toronto. Ice is in high demand. In addition to supplying household freezers, ice is also used for food transportation, beer brewing, and other commercial supplies. When it snows, they put water in the pond. Melt snow into surface ice. When the ice reaches a certain thickness and can be harvested, it would be cut into strips with a horse-drawn ice plow. This was published on June 1, 1898. Advertisement from the Mail and Imp. The Chapmans stored their ice in an ice house on the shore of the pond. The ice house was made of wood. Sawdust was used as an insulator, allowing ice to be stored through the hot summer months. In the heat of summer, the horsehide used to chisel ice in winter is used to put ice cubes. Shipped to various places nearby, with the development of the city, this became Toronto's first outdoor social center. This is a photograph taken in 1910. Thousands of people have gathered on the ice. There was no fence, no limits, only pure freedom that belongs to nature. Hyde Park Zoo was established in 1893. It is one of the oldest animal display areas in Canada. From the original deer house to today's bison, alpaca, it is a memory of several generations of Torontonians in the same year, 1959. Japan has donated 2,000 tablets to the citizens of Toronto. Samai Yoshino sakura trees. These cherry trees are a gift on behalf of the citizens of Tokyo, to thank Toronto for accepting after World War II. Early Japanese, Canadian refugees. More than 50 cherry trees were planted overlooking the area on the hillside of Grenadier Pond. In 1984, on the west side of the playground of Children's Adventure, a small trail planted 20 cherry blossom trees. These cherry trees are gifts. It is also a happy life symbol. In 2001, another 34 Akebono Yoshino trees were donated. Busty Tibetan cherry blossom tree, and planted near the Maple Leaf Flower Home, the East Grenadier Pond, $20 million in 2006. Near the original planting site in 1919, 16 more trees were planted. Yoshino cherry trees. Every spring, Toronto citizens gathered to walk among the cherry blossoms. This is also the embodiment of the most romantic historical bond. Hyde Park Forest School was established in 1913. It was originally established for children with tuberculosis, later became poverty, or summer schools for malnourished children. Open Forest School. Ideas are born from the belief that fresh air is essential for children, especially those children who are susceptible to tuberculosis. These courses were later used. Improve those who suffer from malnutrition, low mood or social impairment. The health of children with stunted development. Let frail children recover in nature. Hyde Parker always walks in the potential of social care to protect the endangered black oak. Toronto revives Aboriginal burning traditions. What it means in Anishinaabe. After all, the responsibilities in purifying fire of the Aboriginal people. This shows that fire is not just about destruction, more reborn. 200 years. Hyde Park proves that humans and nature can coexist. The next chapter in this land. Everyone, including you and me. How should we write? Let's wait and see. Okay, that's it for today. See you next time.